Welcome back, painting friends. Today we're going to paint a picture from my backyard, honestly. We are going to paint a picture of a creek with some hydrangeas, some rocks, and a little waterfall. Colors you're going to need are two greens. I've got light green, dark green, two blues, light blue, dark blue, purple, pink, white, black, and brown. I always have my favorite four brushes in the studio, my 1-inch flat brush, my 10-6, and one round brush. Don't forget to have a cup of water and a rag to keep those brushes clean. And let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that dark green color and I'm gonna make a triangle on my paper or my canvas. So that triangle is gonna kind of come up here from the left corner, up towards that right corner, and then it's gonna kind of jet down quickly right here. Okay, so it's an off-center triangle. This is where my creek is gonna be. I can go ahead and paint all of this in. I'm gonna go dark green at the base, and I'm gonna add some of that light green up towards the top of it and just blend those colors in nicely. I can even get kind of crazy and add some really bright yellow at the top of that. From there, I could take my brush and I could take that dark blue paint and I'm gonna just kind of brush some dark blue in on the sides. Maybe up here, I'm gonna make a whole triangle of dark blue. And then right here in the center, I'm just gonna take white and fill it in. This is gonna be my lightest part of my water. Just a little bit of white through there. Perfect. So now that our base layer's on there, we're just gonna let this dry. And when we come back, we will add in some of those details. So we have a lot of work to do in this background area. And to do that, I'm actually gonna use my fingers, okay? So I'm going to load them up, okay? Brown, green, and down here at the bottom, I'm just gonna kind of dab and tap those colors on. I need like a variation. So down here at the bottom, I need a lot of greens and blues, okay? And these can absolutely go into the water a little bit. As I go up, I'm gonna switch just to regular green. And as I go up to the top, I'm gonna add some lighter greens, even some yellow and some white, okay? So I'm going to just take my fingers, tap them around, starting with brown and green at the base, and kind of pulling that up to some lighter colors at the top. Let's get that done. With most of our background done, I'm gonna go ahead and lay out my rocks that are gonna be in my creek. So I'm gonna grab my number 6 round brush and some white paint, and I'm just gonna add a couple of bumpy-ish shapes, okay? So just some bumps. I'm gonna put like 2 nice big ones down here. My creek has a lot of rocks in it. And then I'm gonna skip a little bit and I'm gonna make a smaller one right here because this is where my waterfall is gonna go. So I'm gonna like a little waterfall here. Make that one come out a little bit more. Put a nice big one just on the other side of the waterfall to kind of show where that waterfall is at. And then I'm gonna put another big one right out here. And then one more right here. I'm gonna add some smaller ones back here at the back. And as I go back, they're just gonna get a little bit tinier. Now, for these rocks, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you one and then I'm gonna speed it up, okay? Is I'm gonna add some brown. I'm just gonna kind of tap those colors on, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of tap these colors. I'm gonna start in the back and move forward, but I'm showing you a bigger one at the front. And as I tap these colors on, because the white is still wet, it'll kind of change the color a little bit. I can even add a little bit of black at the very, very base, but if I pull that black up, it'll start to turn into a gray. And a gray is essentially the color that I want. I even want a little bit of light blue on them. So I'm just gonna kind of tap those colors in, got that dark brown, I've got that black, and I've got that white and that light blue. And my goal is to have the top be a little bit lighter, and that top is not gonna be, all the way across the top. I'm gonna just kind of move it around, have the bottom be a little bit darker, and have the majority of it be like that brownish, earthy mix, okay? So I'm gonna add that to all of these. Again, I'm gonna start here, move my way down, but I'm gonna do the same thing. Add the brown, add the black, add the white, add the little bit of light blue, kind of like a little bit of a reflection from the water onto my rock. Let's get those rocks done. I did go ahead and let my background dry. So since my background's dry, let's go ahead and work on our water. So I'm gonna start off with green paint, and I'm just gonna make a couple of lines kind of coming out from the rocks in green paint. I feel like there's probably a lot of reflection going on in that water. And so those are some great lines. Now remember, my waterfall is going to be right here. So I'm going to skip this area, but I'm going to go over here and add some green lines kind of coming out, just horizontal. I'm then gonna grab some white and light blue, and I'm gonna just start to fill in this space. So I'm gonna add maybe a little bit of green to my brush every once in a while to add a little bit of interest. So mostly it's white and light blue. I'm gonna fill in this center area. And then as soon as I kind of get to the waterfall, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna maybe add a little bit of green as I pull back out to this area, and then some of that darker green, and just kind of blend those colors so that they go from that really light color back to that dark color, even if I need to wipe my brush off. I could even take some of that dark purple and add a little bit of purple in here too. I don't want to go too much with the purple. There's going to be a little bit of purple, maybe even some pink lines in here, just as some reflections on the water. I'm going to skip this area here. I'm going to go back up to the top, and I'm going to add those little lines in there. And I'm going to use a significantly lighter brush stroke because this water is further away from where we are. And so I want the brush stroke to be lighter. Still just doing little itty bitty baby brush strokes. All right, this is going to maybe seem kind of weird, but I'm going to go ahead and put some black paint right in here. I'm just going to tap it on there, right in the middle, right where that waterfall is going to be. And I will come back to that waterfall in a minute when that dries a little bit, but I want it to be a really dark base of the waterfall. I'm going to grab some black paint, and I am going to gently put an outline on the bottom of my rocks. That way it just kind of gives them a little bit of a base, a little bit of a I don't know, bottom to them, maybe a little bit more of a where's the water and where's the rock situation. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with the top with even less white. So I've got very little white on my brush, and I'm just going to kind of go right along the top of these rocks. If you notice, I'm not doing the entire rock, just where I have the very lightest white color, setting a small little highlight. And then right here on the waterfall, I'm going to use mostly white and a little bit of light blue. And I'm just going to kind of make a couple of little lines that come down. And all I'm doing is taking my brush and kind of gently tapping it as it comes down. I'm not going to fill up the whole space. My creek has several different little spots where the waterfall can kind of come down. And so I want to show that that's kind of what that looks like. It's not all one big waterfall. And then right at the bottom, I'm going to add some dots of white. And those dots of white, some might go out a little bit further, some might stay a little bit smaller, but that's kind of where the splash is of the waterfall. I can even add a little bit of light blue to that if I want. And then right at the top of the waterfall, I'm going to add a couple of small little white lines going side to side. Just kind of show where it's starting to get a little rumbly before it goes down. Okay, I think my water, I love it. I think it's done. I'm gonna go back in here and I'm gonna add just a couple of little trees in. I have a lot of trees in my backyard. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of dark brown paint and I'm just gonna add some really tall, skinny, like letter V's. I'm gonna grab my number 6 round brush and some light green paint. With that light green paint, I'm gonna add a small amount of white to the tip. And right over here, I'm just gonna add some tall grasses. So I'm just gonna make a couple of lines that kind of come out. And these tall grasses can kind of go any direction you want them to go. Mine's gonna take up quite a bit of space right here. Once I have that background color done, I'm gonna grab some dark green and light green, and I'm gonna add a couple of more little areas to my grass. Maybe add a little bit of yellow to just the very top of some of these. And maybe even a little bit of brown right here at the base. Just kind of ground it a little bit. I'm gonna switch over to my number 10 round brush, with a little bit of dark green and white paint. And I'm just gonna add, actually I'm gonna skip the white. I'm just gonna add some dark green right at the top of some of these trees that I made, just to kind of show that some of them are hidden by the leaves. And you can see part of them. I just don't want them to be standing out too much. Now over here is going to be my hydrangea bush, okay? If you have some Q-tips, these work great for hydrangeas. If you don't have Q-tips, you can always use the back of your paintbrush. But I'm gonna use some light blue, some purple, and some white. So I've got 3 colors on here, light blue, purple, and white. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tap these in a circle. See that? Instant hydrangea. My second round is gonna be a little bit lighter and it's gonna be at the top of that. Now your hydrangeas can be any color you want. I love the purplish blue ones. but I also really love the ones that have a little bit of pink to them. So I'm going to create a nice big hydrangea bush right here using 3 Q-tips and just adding a couple of bunches of hydrangeas. I think I'm gonna add another set of tall grass right in here just to kind of add a little bit more texture. So I'm just gonna add that light green paint and just add a couple of lines of tall grass through here. Again, adding a little bit of the yellow kind of at the tips of these, and a little bit of brown just kind of at the base to kind of ground it a little bit. I am gonna add some lily pads in my water. So I'm gonna keep with that number 6 round brush, and I'm gonna use that light green and yellow paint. And lily pads are really easy, right? They are a partial circle with a small little cut to it. When you do that, I'm gonna make one side a little bit brighter, lighter, and the other side I'm gonna use with my dark green and just kind of fill it in. Then I'm gonna take that, I'm sorry, I meant light green. I'm gonna take that dark green and a small little outline of dark green, as well as some little lines that just kind of go out. So that's how I'm gonna make my lily pads. Again, starting with the green and yellow. And some of these are kind of ovalish, some are kind of circle-ish. Add that dark green for my outline. A couple of wavy lines to it. You can also just kind of tap in some green colors. Maybe there's like a bunch of them. In my ponds, I've got layers of these lily pads. And then my favorite thing is my lily pad flowers. So lily pad flowers do not grow on top of lily pads, they just grow around them. So what I'm gonna do is grab my number 6 round brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of white and a little bit of pink on it. Watch this. I'm just gonna set my brush out. I'm gonna flick those colors up, going kind of out at different angles. Now you can do this with just white and pink, or you can do white and yellow, but you are just going to set your brush down. You are going to flick those colors up and keep it really simple. Sometimes my lily pads will have both yellow and pink in them. And if you want that, I would just add a little bit of yellow to kind of the base of it, or a little bit of pink to the base. And there we go. I think we have it. I love this painting. When you're finished, make sure you grab a color that's going to show up well on your canvas. I'm going to use white, and sign your name. Remember, I never get to see what you're painting at home unless you take a picture of it and post it to my Facebook page, Painting with Purpose. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Painting with Purpose, so you're kept up to date on all of my tutorials. And remember, as always, stay kind, stay creative, and stay safe. Have a great day, friends. Bye now.